Okay, so Megan came and helped us out today with one of her pups. And I think Sal did really well. So I was able the whole entire time to mark and treat before he got to the point where he was vocalizing or pulling or having those reactions that we're seeing to dogs. And I was able to catch it. It's very obvious that if I didn't mark and treat quickly enough, he would have gone into that state of over-arousal and the vocalization and all of that mess. But I'm able to stop it with that marker word and those treats, which is really, really good to see. What I really want to focus on as the, with our next lessons and all the puppy school is working on getting him to disengage on his own. So right now he looks, yes, treat, and that's great. What we're wanting is him to look and look back at me, and then I mark for that eye contact, that re-engagement with me and the disengagement from the dog. And I am able to get a few of those each time I work with him. And with Megan here today, I'm able to kind of pick apart when and how I can set up those times that I'm seeing him choose to disengage with the dog. And what that looks like is either we've been working with one dog for quite a while. Towards the end, he'll start looking and popping his head back at me before I mark and treat, which is great. The other time I see him be able to disengage on his own is when we're far enough out. So all these are good things because we can, structure our lessons to fit in those parameters. And we're just going to keep on working, and we're going to keep on doing whatever he needs us to do. And I think he's going to get there. Okay, so here we're doing some kind of like fun leash work. I'm teaching him an around. So an around is a really nice and pretty way to get him into this heel position that we're also working on. And all I'm doing is luring it. So I'm not using any words right now. I'm just taking nose to treat, getting him around me. And when he's right by my side, that's when I say yes. And I give him the treat that I'm using for the lure. And the idea is, it's just an easy, quick way to get him into that heel position. Some dogs have a hard time swinging out to the left side, so we have them go all the way around. It's also fun. It's another behavior that he can learn that we can use to distract him when there's other exciting things happening. So here he goes again. I'm going to use treat to nose. I just pull him around and just mark when he's in that one spot right next to me. And then as he gets really good at it, I might take a few steps once he's in that heel position. And then once we're doing it without a lure and we're just doing it with a hand sign, that's when we will go ahead and add a cue, whether it's around or anything you want to use. There we go. Yeah, and he's doing great.
Yes. Good boy.
You might notice that I'm doing a lot of this work in my front yard, and you can and should do it in many different places: inside, backyard, front yard, out and about. And the reason I do a lot of this in the front yard is because I'm always hoping that we'll see a dog walk by. I do work with him inside and in the backyard too, but that's why most of our videos are in the front yard. We're just like kind of crossing our fingers, hoping we can also do some engage, disengage work while we're out here. Okay, so here's another fun kind of leash skill where Sal is just lured. Here we go, lured in between my legs right here. And when he's in between my legs in position, just go ahead and mark and treat, and then toss him some treats out and restart. Get a little tangled for a second. It's a little tricky with a leash around my waist, but we figure it out. And there we go, luring him between my legs, and I mark and treat right there. I treat him a few times in position, so he holds that position for me. And like I said, this is kind of just like a fun, cute behavior we can do on walks. It's just to get his mind working. I like to use it a lot when we go to stores or when there's something that's a little overwhelming for my dogs. I go ahead and put them in between my legs and I have more control over them. My youngest dog Penny knows, my smallest dog Penny knows to walk with me when she's in between my legs and to walk backwards or to stand still. So we can do a lot of fun things with it. But he did great. Okay, so Boom and Sal did their place work together today. Sal was doing awesome alone, so I decided to up the ante a bit and add Boom. And he continued to do amazing, and I'm really proud of him. So when Sal pops up right here, all I do is head back over or stare at his place, and I just kind of wait him out. And I want him to be sitting on the placemat right here, so I mark and treat that. And then I go and treat Boom for staying on his place. And just kind of the idea of it is if you're on your place, you'll be treated. If you get up, you won't.
Boom, place.
So here I ask Boom to go back to his place. He does. He gets treats. And then I walk over and have Sal get back on his place. Beautiful.
Yes.
I go ahead and ask him for a down. Just it makes it a little easier for them to stay sometimes when they're on down. So we're going to try that for this session. They do great. They're both watching me treat the other dog. And for the most part, they kind of just hang out. And he does so good. Okay, right there, I caught him. I saw that he was about to pop up, so I caught him. But we popped up anyway, so it's okay. We just go back and do the same thing. There we go. Right here, I actually ran out of treats, so I had to go to the cabinet behind me. And I was so impressed that he waited for me to get the whole thing of treats. I gave him a whole handful. He's a good boy. Okay, and towards the end of last session, I believe I started adding a cue, but I wasn't sure. And through this session, I decided that, yes, he's definitely ready for that verbal cue. I went ahead and used place today. Like I said last time, we can change it, but to whatever you would like. But right now, that's just what I'm going to use. And he does really, really good. So I'm very proud of him. And I make sure to release them when I'm done. I always want to say all done when releasing him from place because I want him to stay.